Hello everyone. So today here I'm going to talk about my presentation. So these are the main points that I'm going to talk about. So let's talk about the identifications of internal components of a CPU. So let's talk about a CPU. A CPU is a heart of a computer system. So I have mentioned here this is known as a processor. It is an electronic circuit that can contain all the instructions of a computer program. So I have mentioned here the four main processors. The first processor is main processor. The second processor is coprocessor. The third processor is cache RAM. The last processor, the fourth one, is cache control. So let's talk about the functions of a CPU. A CPU means the central processing unit. The central processing unit is which performs majority of the handling inside a computer system. So there are two parts of computer systems. The first part is control unit and the second part is arithmetic logic unit. So let's talk about the control unit. The control unit removes guidelines from memory and disperses and executes them. So let's talk about the arithmetic logic unit. The arithmetic logic unit handles the number crunching and concurrent tasks. So let's talk about how hardware components work together. How hardware components work together. As you may envision, the speed is execution of a CPU is perhaps the greatest factor that decides how well a computer functions. A CPU is estimated in gigahertz. A higher this estimation is quicker the CPU can work. A CPU isn't main estimation is an exhibition. However, a CPU productivity boosting advance incorporated with them that can expand information throughput in various ways. So let's talk about the identifications of different types of storage media and the reference for purpose. Storage keeps information, data and direction for use later on. So I have mentioned here an example of a type of storage media, a hard drive. A hard drive is a storage medium which resembles one of the underneath is a hard drive. So the second example is floppy disk. This storage medium is viewed as a compact storage medium. The third example is CDs and DVDs. Actually, more than floppy disk, CDs can store more data. So the last example is USB flash drive. More than CDs and DVDs plus floppy disk, a USB flash drive can store more data. And actually nowadays people used to transfer data through USB flash drives. So let's talk about an explanation of how data presented in a computer system. Information represented allude to structure wherein information is put away, handled and transmitted. For example, like cell phones, iPods, and computer stores information. Computerized groups that can be taken care of an electronic hardware. Let's talk about how encryption can be used to represent data. Information encryption makes an interpretation of informations into another structure or code, so just individuals with access to a mystery key officially can be an uncrambling key or secret word can be used to understand it. So let's talk about how images and sounds represented in computer systems. We have all observed computers do apparently supernatural things with a wide range of sounds, pictures, illustrations, numbers and contents. Actually, majority of the super multimedia that we see on computer currently is altogether developed from basic on or off switches. A great many them, however not a lot more muddled than the switch. So I have shown a flow of data that how images and sounds represented in a computer system. So let's talk about how compression can aid storage of data, images or sounds. Handling force of extra room is truly important on a computer. To get the best out of both, it can imply that have to diminish the record size of components, pictures and sounds, information, and so move to all the more rapidly thus that it is occupies less extra space. Likewise, how documents take much longer to download and transfer, which prompts website pages, tunes and recordings that takes more time to load and display when utilizing the web. So let's talk about the purpose of logic gates. In electronic, a rational door is an admired a physical gadget actualizing a Boolean capacity that is placed out a consistent activity on at least one double source of information and produce a solitary paired yield. And I have mentioned a small diagram of a logic gate. So moving on to the next topic, let's talk about the different types of computer networks. So I have given the diagram. The diagram shows clearly how a computer network flows. The network enables computer to interface or speak with various computers throughout any medium. LAN, MAN and WAN are the three noteworthy sorts of the system intended to work over the zone they spread. So talking about transmission media in computer network. Transmission media are office use computers in system of example when a pair via coaxial link and optical fiber link. The NIC prepares and sends informations, get informations and control informations streams between the PC and the system. So moving on to the next point, let's talk about World Wide Web technology. The WWW is wide area hypermedia data recovery activity, meaning to give general access to an enormous universe of records. This area presents the general idea of the World Wide Web and essential components in the model. So moving on to the next topic, let's talk about the different types of computer network topology. The system topology is represented by demonstrating these hubs and their association utilizing link. There are various kinds of system topologies including point-to-point, transport, star, ring, work, tree, and crossbreed. How about we survey these primary sorts? So the diagram shows the flow of the network topology. A file server to a workstation to another workstation, a workstation to another workstation, and that workstation to another workstation, and at last back to the file server. So with these given informations, it's time to conclude my presentations. So I hope you enjoyed my presentations and I hope you learned something from my presentation. So thank you.